Previously,
in your view, would happen if he were to be reelected?
Oh, I can't even think that, because I think it would be the end of our country as we know it. Well, Hitler was duly elected.
That's right.
Right? And so all of a sudden, somebody with those tendencies, those dictatorial, authoritarian tendencies, would be like, oh, okay, we're going to shut this down. We're going to throw these people in jail.
Guys, I told y'all, if you see my last video, these people on the radical left, they will not stop, okay? Hillary Clinton, she's the one who started this whole Russia collusion hoax, saying that Donald Trump colluded with Russia to steal the 2016 election, okay? She started all of that. The liberal media, especially MSNBC with Rachel Maddow, went on a tear, going off and spreading this false rumor for years and years. There's even congressional investigations. All kinds of stuff came from this, including a lot of people thinking till this day that Donald Trump is some sort of Russian asset or a Russian plant. That's one of the things they even labeled Tulsi Gabbard with, and the cackling hens on The View were trying to say that, oh, she was a Russian plant and all this stuff, all sourcing inevitably from Hillary Clinton, because Hillary Clinton also went up against Tulsi Gabbard, or I should say Tulsi Gabbard went up against Hillary Clinton in the past. So basically anybody who she sees as an enemy, she tried to label as a Russian asset, I guess, except for Sleepy Joe. But this was after Hillary Clinton already basically had her turn. She tried to run against Trump, failed, and then after that it was kind of like, okay, whatever, I ain't gonna mess with Sleepy Joe. But as it relates to Donald Trump, he just almost got killed again by some radical shooter, Ryan Roof. And you got Hillary Clinton up here again already, still with the dangerous, evil, fake rhetoric, Project 2025, dictator, you name it. This clip is freaking despicable, and I gotta expose it because it proves that she wants Trump dead. These people on the left want Trump dead. Rachel Maddow wants him dead. MSNBC want him dead, okay? Voters that are a lot of Democrat voters want him dead. They don't care that he's a father. They don't care that he's a husband. They don't care. It's called being evil. Without further ado, let's get into it.
The association with Holocaust deniers and the outrages at Arlington National Cemetery, of all places, the insults to recipients of the Medal of Honor, the recent incredibly racist and dangerous lies about specific groups of immigrants, Haitians in this case, and Venezuelans in the case of Colorado. I am struck by the fact.
Hold on. So let's disregard the Haitians, because at this point I'm tired of talking about the Haitians. But how is it racist to point out that Venezuelan gangs took over apartment complexes? That is completely indisputable. So is that racist too? Or are we just supposed to say gangs took it over? We're not supposed to say what race of people took it. This is how these people work. You can't say it was black gangs, it was white gangs. You can say it was white. That's not true. You can say it was white if it's white people doing something. Like, they love talking about white nationalists and all of this stuff. But if you say Venezuelan gangs took over the apartment complex, that's right. That's how it's a factual statement, guys. Come on.
Fact that as much as we thought we might have been inoculated against sort of outrage tactics like that, where everything else gets thrown by the wayside and everybody starts responding to his outrage du jour, it's a way of sort of yanking everybody's chain. I sort of feel like we haven't learned, and he's still being taught, especially by the media, that the more offensive he is, the more he can dominate the media space entirely. And I feel like
That's because you idiots don't know when to shut the hell up about him. Donald Trump, the only reason Trump is even winning is because of these morons constantly smearing him, taking every little thing. Trump talks for hours every day, and they take like one little thing, one little teeny tiny thing, and blow it up into something crazy. And then they're like, Trump, he says outrageous things on purpose. I'm like, no, you idiots get outraged about everything. You're a bunch of snowflakes, a bunch of crazy people, a bunch of losers, a bunch of woke fake news leftists. That's the reason why this stuff gets amplified, because you guys amplify it. Trump can't do it on his own. He doesn't own Fox, MSNBC, CBS. He doesn't own no news media network. You idiots are the ones who amplify him.
You've been a good diagnoser of that, not only from when you were up against him, but from when others have done so. Do you have an antidote for that, or a way that people can talk themselves out of taking that bait?
I think that's really a critical question, and I think there's a couple of things going on here. You mentioned the press, and sadly, the press is still not able to cover Trump the way that they should. They careen from one outrage to the next. What was outrageous 3 days ago is no longer on the front pages, even though it threatens the physical safety of so many people, particularly.
Excuse me, who just got shot at? Donald Trump just got shot at. Who else is in danger? You know, they love to talk about how black people's in danger. I'm down and all around. I'm up and down the street in different parts of different areas all over the state, all over other states. I'm not in a whole lot of danger. So who's in danger? What are these people talking about? Donald Trump, ain't nobody intended to shoot at me yet. Donald Trump had 2 assassins on his ass. One of them hit him in the ear. So what the hell is Hillary talking about? Who is he this grave danger to?
As you point out, immigrants that he and Vance have decided to demonize.
Illegal immigrants. Let's keep going.
And I don't understand why it's so difficult for the press to have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is. You know, the late, great journalist Harry Evans, one time said that, journalists should, really try to achieve objectivity. And by that, he said, I mean, they should cover the object. Well, the object in this case is Donald Trump. His demagoguery, his danger to our country and the world, and stick with it.
You're telling me that the fake news hasn't stuck with Donald Trump being dangerous, dictator on day one, Hitler, Project 2025, racist, xenophobic. I mean, guys, like, she just used demagoguery again. Like, they don't use that one as often. You telling me they haven't stuck with that? She's saying they're not going hard enough against Trump. It leaves me speechless, guys. That's not, your video is not stuck. It leaves me speechless. They haven't gone hard enough against Trump. They're trying to kill him. Are you serious? They're trying to kill him. She doesn't think they've gone hard enough? Slap yourself, Hillary.
Fool, slap yourself 3 times. Try to do it.
Wow. Wow, they haven't gone hard enough against Trump. Like, bruh, I can't imagine going, if they went any harder against him, somebody from a foreign country would just come over and just nuke the whole America just to make sure that he himself had to be destroyed. They're like, Trump is a danger to the universe. Like, he's going to destroy the entire multiverse, the entire plane of existence will just be wiped off the face of the earth. If Donald Trump is allowed to win, I'm surprised they're not going that far. Hillary Clinton was saying he was going to lead to World War III when she was running against him. But so far, the only people that's led us close to that is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Multiple new wars that were started under the Biden-Harris administration. How many were started under Trump's administration again? What was that, 0? Yeah, that's what the hell I thought.
They were merciless about what they saw as President Biden's, problems in the debate and calling for him to withdraw. I believe Donald Trump has disqualified himself over and over and over again to be a presidential candidate, let alone a president. The second thing, though, is that part of what Trump is counting on is for people to get desensitized. I mean, oh my gosh, did you hear what he...
Whose fault is that? You guys keep saying the same stuff over and over again. Then when people actually see Trump during debates, they see him during the RNC convention, they see him at his rallies, they're like, Trump doesn't seem like such a bad guy like they're painting him out to be. They're like, why does everybody hate him so much? When people actually see him outside of just other radical leftists in the news media talking about him, They're like, hey, wait a minute. I like no tax on tips. I like a little bit less government. The transgender thing with kids is kind of weird. A closed border seems like a pretty good idea. So what the hell is there not to like about Trump? He's got common sense policies. If you don't like his haircut or his voice or something, I don't give a damn how you feel about that. I want my money. Run me my coins. Close this border up. Keep us safe. It's really that simple. All of this wokey woke stuff and new voting rights acts and reparations and transgender surgeries on minors, like, guys, this stuff is demonic. It's food, is open border. Who the hell wants open border? Wars all over the place. Who the hell wants any of this stuff? Trump derangement leads you to want war and open borders and a shitty economy. It's ridiculous.
He said yesterday, did you hear who he attacked? Did you hear the viciousness? And it just like with a shrug, okay, fine, we're moving on. Well, Americans need to understand that they have to take Trump both seriously and literally. He has said what he wants to do. He and his allies with Project 2025, his desire to be a dictator, at least on day one, all of that is in the public record. And I believe...
Look, kudos to Hillary Clinton for at least saying in some level of context that Donald Trump did say, yeah, dictator on day one, to close that border down. He's basically saying he's going to do whatever the hell it takes to close that border down. It's what I want him to do. Do what the hell you got to do. Close the damn border. That's what Joe Biden needs to do. Joe Biden wasn't just a dictator on day one. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was dictators the entire administration, trying to be even more dictatorial, but we're not going to let them. We're going to fire their ass this November. I'm going to vote first, early voting. Be sure to get out there.
I believe that more Americans have to be, willing to endure what frankly is discomforting and to some extent kind of painful, to take him at his word and to be outraged by what he represents. And then finally, the hopeful side of this is that I do think more and more Americans are, rejecting the kind of chaos that he represents. We can't go back. That's what the Harris campaign says all the time. We're not going back. We're not going back to, what he failed to do to protect American lives during COVID. We're not going back to the, romance with dictators that puts, innocent lives at risk and America's security.
Are we not supposed to try to be cordial with Putin, President Xi, Kim Jong-un? Or should we just be adversarial so that they want to come nuke us off the face of the earth? This lady is an idiot, and this is why we have wars right now. Joe Biden hasn't talked to Putin in years. I think he talked to him once, around the time he took office before the war, and he has not even attempted to form any type of peace treaty with him since. I wonder why that is. I already know the answer. It's too long of an answer to explain in this video, but I think you guys know the answer too. It's because he doesn't want a damn peace treaty. He just wants to keep that gravy train going because it furthers the United States military objectives and globalist objectives. That's the only real reason. And these people are getting innocent Russians and innocent Ukrainians killed with impunity, whereas Trump didn't get any Russians or any Ukrainians killed.
In danger. We can't go back and give this very dangerous man another chance to do harm to our country and the world.
What an evil lady, guys. This lady is evil. This dude was almost killed yesterday or the day before, and she's still over here saying, oh, dictator, oh, he's dangerous, demagoguery. Guys, these people are sick. You couldn't even give them a break. I was thinking maybe a few days. It ain't even been a few days. What happened to toning down the rhetoric? These people only care about rhetoric from the right. This is what they ideally want. They want to be able to, pow, hit you right in the damn schnoz, nose bleeding. And then you run away like a little coward instead of just, whoop-pow, hit me in my damn face again. That's what they don't want you to do. They're going to be like, hey, he hit me. It's like It's like for the men out here know, and the women with sons know, or anybody who's been in this situation. It's like if a girl hits a guy, and then they keep wanting to hit on him, want to get all in his face, and then they don't want him to like push her. They don't want to get hit back. They don't want nothing. It's like, don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. You can't just throw blows and pretend like you're the victim and you out here just pow pow. And then somebody hits you back and you're like, hey, you hit me way harder than I hit you. No. Run up and get done up. That's how it works. Donald Trump knows you can't let these people just bully you. They want to bully him. They want to call him names. They want to try to kill him. They want to try to remove him from the ballot, use lawfare. They want to do everything to him, but he can't even post mean tweets. He can't bring up race at all. Democrats can bring up race. He can't bring up race. These people are the biggest hypocrites and idiots and most evilest group of people that I've ever seen in my life. The politicians. It's the most evilest people that I've ever seen. They're talking about Trump being evil. No, these people are complete scum, especially Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton's the worst of them all. She got a big and bad reputation in the Democrat Party for having a literal shit list per Tulsi Gabbard of people that is her enemies. Talking about they're going to ruin you if you're Hillary Clinton's enemy. These people are a mafia.
When I resigned as vice chair of the DNC and started speaking the truth about Hillary Clinton and her record in 2016 when she was running for president, because nobody else was. You'll remember, Benny, people were saying she was the most qualified person ever to run for president in our nation's history. Ever. I went to work in Congress. I was a member of Congress the day after I made that announcement. And I was immediately pulled aside by some of my former colleagues and friends saying, Tulsi, your political career is finished. You have just committed political suicide. Hillary Clinton will be the next president, and you will not receive a single penny for your constituents in Hawaii. It doesn't matter how valid the project is, how necessary an infrastructure project may be urgently needed. You will not get a single penny for your constituents. So they will be made to suffer because of the decision that you just made, and that there is truly a blacklist. And I was now on it, the latest addition to the list, and that it would be very, very hard to get off the list. And this was coming from a guy who spoke from his personal experience. He said that he had endorsed President Obama very, very early on in 2008. And the Clinton machine never, ever forgot it. They never forgot it. I was doing an interview with MSNBC, and the host of the show during prime time, it was 9 or 10 o'clock at night, they said, Tulsi, aren't you afraid of what the Clintons will do to you? And I was a little taken aback by the question, and I smiled and I said, no, I'm not afraid. We can't be afraid to speak the truth.
And the mafia is relentlessly going after Trump, and they're relentlessly going after the American people who support Trump and anybody who votes for him. They're trying to disenfranchise everybody. They're trying to kill this man. They're trying to take your choice away. They've been trying to do it for years, and they're going to keep trying to do it. Even when Trump manages to get elected, they're going to try to take the choice away. They're probably going to try to assassinate him while he's the president. These people are totally relentless. They're evil. And we need to make sure we do everything in our power to make sure that Trump gets elected so he can wipe these people off the face of the earth, not by killing them, but by removing them from these positions, eliminating the deep state, and whatever it is, whoever he got to fire, whatever systems he got to dismantle to get rid of people that are evil like Hillary Clinton. You get some type of control or decorum or potential regulation against these fake news radicals out here. Yeah, since y'all want government control and regulation so much, how about Trump regulates you? How about we do that? Since y'all want so much control over everything, what about control over you? Y'all don't like that. Control over the left? Control over left-wing media? Oh, they don't want no control. They want their self to have control so that they can suppress conservatives. They don't want Trump to have control over the left. Just the left to have control over the right. But that's not what's going to happen. Trump's going to kick the shit out of y'all in this election. Okay, it's about to be a real red wave this time. You went too far. You tried. You failed. Donald Trump's going to win. You shouldn't have missed the damn shots because Trump is coming. You only get so many chances to stop an opponent, and you missed your opportunity, and he's going to make America great again. So be afraid. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
He's racist. He's sexist.
His demagoguery, his danger to our country and the world.
You dumb bitch.